¿cómo están? Hi, how are you doing? Daniel Spatz from California, Daniel Spatz Interviews. Today we're going to interview Andrei Pavel from Romania. It's going to be English interview. So excited. Andrei as high as 13 in the world. He played with all the best players. So it's going to be an amazing time. Andrei!
Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Hey, my friend, how are you doing? You are ready for to return my ball.
I was ready to return. Yeah, yeah. ¿Cómo estamos?
Oh man, Spanish. Oh wow.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Don't go there. Don't go there. Keep in
No,
English.
no, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. How many languages you speak, Andre?
Well, I used to speak a little bit better Spanish and Italian, but right now I'm, just, the Romanian, English, German, of course. And because my ex-wife and my kids, they're German, mixed with Romanian. And yeah, I got a couple of languages. Italian is for us easy
Ah,
as a Romanian, is a Latin language. And yeah, Spanish, yeah, I get by a little bit. I understand more than I speak, as well a bit French, yeah.
good, good. Thank you so much, Andre, for accepting my invite to talk to you.
My pleasure. Thank you for texting me, and yeah, it's an honor to look. I've been watching your videos, and I loved it, especially the old ones.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to start with that. From that, um, what are you? You played in the highest level. You play with Federer, and all the guys. Have you played Djokovic and Nadal, Pavel, Andre?
Yes, I played Djokovic. I remember he was pretty young. I think he was like 19. I played Djokovic quarterfinals of Rotterdam, and I lost 6-4 in the third, and then he ended up losing in the final against Yuzhny, I remember. Yeah, I did play him. I played Rafa Nadal two finals in doubles. I didn't play him in singles. I played him in doubles. One final I lost, me and Mihail Yuzhny against Rafa Nadal and Albert Costa.
Mm.
And I won one time in Barcelona. I won against him in doubles, me and Alexander Vasquez. And I'm not sure, he had a partner. I think I don't remember his name. He's working, it was his best friend, and he's working at his academy right now.
Yeah, but looking at your background, you started in 1995, right? Turning pro.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
been a long
s-
time ago.
no, yeah, but you played with the Sampras generation, Agassi, Rafter, Henman, Moya. I don't know if you played Rios, Marcelo Rios.
I did, I did.
Oh,
I had a win against Marcelo too. First time I played Rios was juniors French Open.
wow.
Yes, yes. I played him in the quarterfinals of junior French Open. I think he's a year or actually 2 years younger than me, or even 3 years. And I remember beating him in juniors French Open. I won in two sets, but was the
Mm.
very difficult match and very talented. And then afterwards he became number one. I think he beat me like I remember beat me in U.S. Open straight sets. I think I beat him once in Auckland. I think he retired actually. But I played all those guys. Yes, I did.
Okay, you know who is saying hi? Paul Dorochenko.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. Say hi back.
He's
Say
he's
hi back.
listening to he's listening to you right now.
All right. Hello.
Yeah. So
Hello from Bucharest.
yeah. Look, Andre, how was your day? We're gonna start from. I want to go back to your career and everything, but I want to know how was your day today. What do you do today?
Well, I have since 2 years. I kind of quiet down a little bit, and I want to be more home. I have a little daughter again, so we have right now
Hmm.
5 kids. I have 5 kids right now. So I got married for the second time, and I have two kids with my first wife. They're one of them is in the States. My oldest daughter Caroline, um, um, and um, and sorry about
Yes,
that. And
this is life.
yes, and she's in Phoenix, Arizona,
Oh,
and
close to me, near me, 1 hour away.
near you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very near to you. And then my older son is 23, and he finished the physiotherapy, sports physiotherapy, and he's also a conditional coach. And he came back. He's with me in Romania. He works with me. And then my wife, she's got two boys. One of the boys is playing actually really good tennis. He's going to the futures right now. He's 18 years old. Then a 15 years old, and then a little daughter right now, 2 years old. So we have a big family, and my now wife, she used to play tennis as well. She
Professional tennis?
Yes, yes, but she stopped with 19. She stopped with 19. She was 400 in the world, and she has a beautiful one-hand backhand.
I'm going to ask you about that because you played. And are you coaching your stepson?
Yes, yes. I have a little group of juniors and very small group in a small but beautiful club here in Bucharest. And actually, I'm just last week I was the director of a challenger, $100,000
Mm.
challenger in Romania, and we played also an exhibition match there with Stan Wawrinka, another one-handed backhand, with
Ooh.
Simona Halep,
Ooh.
with a couple more tennis players. Yeah, yeah, we had a good time there, and last year we played Steffi and Andre Agassi. They were in Romania, and me and Simona Halep and Horia Tecău, we played an exhibition match against them. It was a beautiful thing too. So yeah, a little bit, home ground, like stay home, enjoy the family, and but I love to coach. I'm on the court almost every day.
You enjoy, is it could be a tricky question. I don't know. What do you enjoy more, playing or coaching?
Playing for sure.
Play.
Playing, yeah, playing. But it took me a long time. It took me a long time, but I get as much as satisfaction right now when I coach. When I coach, I get the goosebumps. But it took me a long time. It took me a long time to get that feeling.
Look, Ricardo Mendivil, a great coach from Peru and USA, from Florida, he's saying the best one-handed. Ricardo Mendivil.
Ooh, thank you
You,
very
you,
much.
you are, you have the best one-handed backhand.
Yeah, but you know what? There are so many guys that maybe. Yeah, I've been watching that one-handed backhand. Actually, to tell you the truth, I actually text one time Patrick Moratoglu. He
Eh?
was he was doing those videos with the best backhand. I said like, Patrick, you forgot about me, but but you know how it is nowadays with
What, what, what happened? The one-handed backhand is gone. What do you think, Andre? You were a top player in the world. What a better person for you to answer this question.
Well, I don't think it's gone. I think you still have like guys like Musetti, like Tsitsipas, they're rocking the one hand backhand. I saw.
Yeah, but they can't win Grand Slams. They can't.
I didn't win Grand Slams too, but I still had a good one-handed backhand. I know I supposed to have a better forehand then, and a better head. That definitely the mentality should be. If I would have right now my mentality, in when I was playing, definitely the confidence. It's a factor. I don't think it's a lot of the strokes to become number one there. Um, in my opinion, if I look back, I made the hugest mistake of my career when I was at the highest ranking.
What
I
what what happened?
what happened is in the off season with my highest ranking, I I I went like kind of Djokovic style, like practice like an animal, food and everything, and it's not everybody
Mm.
the same. And I start the year with a lot of. expectations from me, and I think expectations it kills the players, like when you put the hard work and you do everything perfect, that because I had the feeling I can be top five. I didn't thought about number one, but I beat everybody. I beat so many number
Yeah.
ones, and then I had the feeling, man, I got this, and I was doing everything perfect. I was the fittest. I was the ever in my career, but I started the year, with these expectations. I had to play at least semi-final in Doha, at least, quarterfinal, semi-final, Australian Open, and I did only win one round or two rounds in Australian Open, and I was so disappointed. And then my career, I didn't had nobody behind me to go, Andre is good, relax, just keep working, it's gonna come. All those guys right now, all the information that you have from those top players right now, I think the kids should listen to it very careful and have somebody as well to explain it to them to understand, because the expectation kills a lot of good players.
Good. It's a great point because you're going to the mental side, which is I want to go. But
Yeah.
before I wanna go back to the question. You play with those great champions. Then you saw the beginning of the big three and Andy Murray and Stan Wawrinka and all the other players. South Americans, Nalbandian, Hewitt, also Roddick. Um, How do you see tennis nowadays compared with your times?
Yeah,
Men's
that's a good
tennis, men's
question. I
tennis.
seen that. Yeah, of course, men's tennis. It's very physical. Right now, it's very physical, and everybody kind of played the same tennis. There are very few left there in the top, let's say top 50. They do different things, different kind of tennis. Like one special one is Bublik,
Yeah.
or Motet, or the French guy, or but it's not about that. It's they are using their talents, sometimes for me a little bit too much, but the tennis, the most of the players, they play very physical, and I don't know how to say. It's more or less everybody the same. Everybody
Mm.
goes, from the baseline. Everybody hits very hard, moves very fast, takes the ball very early. The surface, they're a little bit slower than in my time.
Yeah.
The balls, they are the same. We used to play in even in the States, going to U.S. Open. We were play every tournament. The balls, they were different, and the hardcourt was different as well. So right now it's everything is the same. So they kind of uh, they kind of feel the ball better. They can have the timing better, and that's why the serve and volley is dying. So it's my opinion. Like you had the old interview with Arthur Ashe with the balls. That was amazing. Like they in before long before my time, there were like totally different balls. Like one is made by Pirelli, and the other one by, like with the gum, and the other one with
This
the
one.
fresh.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, the pen. Yeah. So yeah. And but
And I
I'm
have
I'm
a,
not
sorry,
that.
Andre, I have a question from the audience. Christian
Yes.
said, is the imagination and creativity mostly gone from nowadays tennis? He's asking.
I don't think so. I think it's a beautiful professional men's tennis is, like all the other sports, there is evolving. It's getting faster. It's getting better. You see this guy Alcaraz. I mean, he's
Mm.
amazing. You see Sinner. You see all the other guys. I mean, how I said, like even Musetti this year had a amazing year on clay, and they all have unbelievable touch. but it's tennis is growing, and I don't know where it's gonna go,
Mm,
but it's just crazy balls right now. I mean, it's so physical. It's like it's so fast, and they read the ball so good, and but in my time, maybe you could change a little bit more the tactics. In nowadays it's like it's plan A, and
yeah.
then it's oh, I don't know what I did with my phone. It's plan A, and then you hold on to that plan, and hopefully it's working. You don't have that much time to think, okay, I can go a little higher, or I can chip and charge. I can do other stuff. Than right now it's too fast, everything. You can
Okay,
go, yeah.
but
That's my
but
opinion.
Andre, but if you would have to play, let's say you back on the time, Andrei Pavel, the best version of Andrei Pavel when was 13 in the world, won in Canada, be drafted and reached
Yes,
far in Grand
yes.
Slams. How would you play those guys? If you would have to play Sinner, Alcaraz, tactically, what would you do?
Well, it's but totally different, both of them. If I will be in my prime,
Yeah, in
playing
your prime.
against those guys, yeah, I will still attack them because right now as a coach, when I look back, I had to work more on my defense game. I
Ah,
was always trying to get to get the short ball and charge to the net, or put a drop shot with my backhand. That was my game. I had a good. I was very comfortable at the net with my volleys. And but yeah, but I will definitely gotta work physical a lot to be fast and change direction really fast. That
ha-
will be, but I will still attack them.
okay, I have a question for my student Sam. He's listening to you.
Okay.
He's 18 years old, very talented. He's a one-handed backhand player. I mean,
Oh,
incredibly, he's a
nice.
one-handed, and he has two questions for you, and I love those questions. The first one is a great question from an 18-year-old. Look, how do you maintain the quality and confidence and consistency on your one-handed backhand under pressure? It's a beautiful question.
Yes, it is how you maintain. Um.
Sorry, Andre, can you lower so we can see you? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. How you
Because
maintain?
these guys, I can see Alcaraz, Sinner going after Musetti's backhand. They charge the backhand, they charge the backhand, they want to break down the backhand, right? The one-handed backhand. Uh,
Well, I think to tell you the truth. When I hit the backhand, it was so natural for me. I never think, but then thinking about tactics, um, you have to, with one hand you get backhand, you have to mix in and try to work the angles. Especially like if you see all the good one-handed backhands right now, they do the same. Like how I said, Musetti, Tsitsipas, he tries to play, take the ball early, take the ball in front, and try to go big target with the first ball, and then as soon as he gets a chance to attack the backhand, with one-handed backhand, it's easy to fake it. It's easy to fake that you move in and go for the down the line, but you play the short cross court with your wrist. So this is how, and it's easy to change it with the slice, to put that ball low, to get a higher ball again on your backhand. And this is what Federer did for so many years, and also Musetti. But I wish, like Tsitsipas will use more the slice to those guys with one-handed backhand. Maybe I forget some other players with one-handed backhand,
You have
but
Gasquet, Babrinka, right? Gasquet,
yeah, well, Gasquet, Wawrinka,
Dimitrov, Dimitrov.
Dimitrov. There you go. Dimitrov does it so well. Dimitrov does it so well, and especially now he was so unlucky to get injured.
Mm.
But Dimitrov does it so well with the slice. He mixes it unbelievable there. So another
And the second
one-handed backhand,
question,
beautiful.
yeah, the second question from Sam, Andre, was he's like asking you, should I take the ball early or should I go back, let it drop, and loop it?
Well, depend on the surface. I think on the hard court, if you go back, then somebody with two-handed backhand is gonna flat it out if you go back.
Mm.
On the hard court, the ball bounce always the same, so he's gonna read your game. On clay court, yeah, on clay court you can do go back and change a little bit the tactics if it doesn't work to take it fast. But on the hard court, you gotta stay there close to the line and try to work the angle and open the court so you have the down the line. And with the slice you have to mix it in, especially if you play against guys with good two-handed backhand. You have to mix the pace so it doesn't give the same pace until you get a good ball to attack. So and then everybody now, you have to be good to use your forehand. You cannot play with the backhand with one-handed backhand from the middle of the court if the ball is deep. Is you have to use your forehand because the rotation is so much better. On the forehand from the middle of the court towards the backhand side. So you have to work to feel your strength there. So it's a lot of depending on everybody's backhand and how comfortable they are to hit the backhand. But even me with I love my backhand and I was feeling so comfortable. All the balls that are in the middle of the court, I will take it to the forehand, not with the backhand.
Perfect. For people who don't know, Ilie Nastase was the first number one in the world in the Open era when the ATP showed up in 1973. Um,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, Ilie was. You were inspired by him growing up, Andre, or not? I mean, how was your connection with Ilie Nastase?
Well, my connection as a child was more to the coaches because I I was in a communist country till I was 15, So I start my tennis, and I live my youth year in a communist country. And Ili, we couldn't. I think I watched maybe two matches
Mm.
of him, but I lived Ili more through the coaches because all the coaches they were teaching. One-handed backhand because Ili had a beautiful one-handed backhand, the best, So he was playing so nice, and I start also. I think until I was 12 years old, I played with wood racket. So everybody was, especially the coaches. They were, they they teach to play like Ili. So with very very nice shots.
Yeah.
I remember I spent the first I think at least 4 months before I went on the court. I was hitting against the fence or against the wall. You know, until you made all the like forehand and backhand. Really until the coach said, "Okay, now you can play over the net." It was like you had to have a lot of patience. I think I was like 7.5, 8 years old, when I started playing tennis.
But you started with the regular balls, Andre, or the ones the colorful balls that we have nowadays in the past recent
No,
years?
white balls.
White, but regular, like
Yes.
this ones.
No, that's yellow.
I
That
know,
that's
no, but I
yellow.
mean the regulation
No,
balls,
no, the regular. Yeah, there were the regular balls.
but white.
But
Wow.
white, yes, yes. And we all. I remember when I went. I went alone to the tennis. Nobody brought me. I was fortunate and lucky that from my first grade to the second. So in the second grade, I changed. My parents changed the house, and the school that I went to was wall in wall with the sports school that had six tennis courts, and
Oh,
the coaches used to recruit kids going through the classrooms and ask kids who wants to play tennis. And I just, I just raised my hand and I said, I want to try it. And I get a little note. I went with that note to my parents. My parents said, okay, if you're still good in school and your grades are okay, you can go to tennis. So this is how it all started.
wow. And you
Yeah,
you have Romania have so many good players, Voinea, but you guys have one number one, Simona Halep. Uh,
amazing. Yeah.
are you guys friends? You talk frequently?
Yes, how I said, I saw her last week. Last week we played an
How
exhibition.
is she doing now? Emotionally, mentally, she how difficult was to retire from tennis based on what happened to her, right? She was playing amazing. She came back, wanted to come back, didn't feel the same way she wanted to feel. How is she doing right now?
Well, Simo right now she's a bit tired. She just wants to enjoy the life after tennis. She's doing good. She seemed happy to me, and she's playing golf. She's enjoying going to do stuff that normally as a professional tennis player you don't have that much time. Like going out a little bit, going. That's why I don't talk to her every day, or I don't talk to
Mm.
her. We just text, but she seemed happy. She seemed balanced. And she's trying to find, she's tired a little bit. She had a very very rough time with what happened to her,
Mm.
for the 2 years with the doping, and I think was very unfair what happened to her. We all feel the same, and it took too long. It took a lot of yeah, a lot of mental, strength, and she. That's why she was number one. She was very strong. In her, she had such a good head, such a fighter, and it was sad what happened to her. Very sad.
Andre, as a tennis player, what is your point, your opinion about the doping in terms of the treatment that the players are receiving? There were some controversial things about Sinner, Swiatek,
Yeah.
not, uh, I don't know in your time, right? We discovered like Andre Agassi had some issues. We didn't know through the book. He threw it through the book. We didn't know that, but he admitted in his book, open. But what is honestly speaking from your heart, the ATP or all these organizations are treating every player the same, even the player who is thousand hundred number one in the world?
It's a very strong question, and you know that, and it's and you know the answer because we don't have the insights. Definitely,
Mm,
we don't have the insights. In my time, what I can tell you, in my time, I've been tested. I remember, I think 1 year I've been tested like over 20 times, and I was definitely very very upset. I remember, I lost. I think in Canada one time against Mariano Puerta, amazing player. You know, and then they caught him, and I was very
mm,
upset for for losing because I was defending my title. Well, I think it was actually 2022 in Canada. It's not that I defend the title. I was playing good. I lost to him, but I was very offended by this stuff. Is it they do a good job? I don't have that information, how they do it, how they don't do it, uh, what are the rules. I never thought about it. I did my stuff like my preparation for me I was always afraid because of my personal health
Mm.
after the career. So I never thought, in my mind was never an option to go. I saw a lot of guys, doing it, and trying to do it with the doctors and everything. And I never questioned them, but I don't think it's fair for everybody, I don't, because I see in the, I mean, all I can see is exactly maybe as you through the media, reading, and all this kind of stuff. So what comes out is not very fair because there are a lot of people. The last thing I saw was that guy, the Australian guy, Purcell, or so,
Mm.
which I don't know. I don't know him personally, but he was saying that they suspend him for 2 years. Is it true or not? I don't know what to say, but it doesn't seem fair. So
Andre,
I don't know
when
what
a
to say.
player is get cut, right, for doping, who is responsible? The player, the doctor, the coach, the fitness coach. Who should step?
The
Raise hand.
player,
I'm
definitely
responsible.
definitely the player. I mean that makes this sport so hard. We have to be responsible for the people we choose. But it's like that's why this sport is so hard because we have to pay our team. You play bad. You still have to pay your team. If you play good, you know, it, it's all you did good, okay, now the coaches, they guess they get credit too, but in tennis is my opinion, in tennis a coach can help, or the team is helping a lot the player, but without the player, the player makes the coach, the player makes the team, it's that's why this sport is so difficult. The player has to be responsible for what happened. If you get a bad doctor in your team, or a bad
Mm.
physio, or they make a mistake with you, it's your fault.
In your times, Andre, the player used to switch coaches as often as they do now, or they were more consistent with the relationship between having the same coach for a long time.
I think it's country and country, mentality and mentality. I
Mm.
think, yeah, it's always been in tennis, maybe like different players. So maybe if I change, it can be better. Maybe if I do this, it can be better. Maybe if I can do so, it's players and players. But they've been in my time as well. It's been
Mm.
changing coaches a lot. There were players that they were sticking to their coaches and their practice ways, and they believe in in their team, for a long time. But also you have to imagine it's very hard because it's like traveling non-stop.
Mm.
Again, this sport is so hard. You start in January, you finish in October, November. You don't have even time for a holiday, and
Mm.
then you have to start again your off season to prepare for next year. So, and your team is always with you because if you in my time was tough to support a big team, even if you played really good tennis, especially for me. From I never had a contract in my own country, to
Mm.
say like, okay, I make, being so good, I make advertising for, a couple of hundred $1,000, and from that money I can pay my team, and prize money, you can keep for me and my family. uh, some countries, they have that. Right now it's a lot of money, so the teams, you can make your team, more easily if you play good tennis. But you always, as a player, either you get too close to the team, and then the respect, or the daily basis, you get a little bit too close, or I don't know, it can happen a lot of stuff. You get into the fight, or you don't like anymore what he's saying, or somebody else is coming around you and gives you a lot of BS.
Yeah,
So and you start, oh man, I like that.
exactly.
So it's
What
crazy.
is the key, Andre, the relationship to have a successful relationship between the player and the coach? What would you say if you have to talk to the players and coaches? What are the key, the most important things?
Well, I think it's character. Character is the most important thing, and respect. I think those two, and to find somebody that you represent. Even as a player, you choose a coach, and you try to build. Um, a healthy relationship
Mm.
in the respect way, and that to maintain is not easy, that to maintain that respect, and also to find a way to fight for your team as well, to fight with them, to be in the same team. You are the most important thing because you are alone on the court, but also to have people to fight for, and that team has to give you that feeling that you are part of the team. I think is very, for me, especially. I think that will make me go the extra yard.
Uh, if you would have control on the tennis world and you are the commissioner and you can make changes on tennis, would you make any change in tennis, in the rules, the whatever is in the score, or not? I don't know. I mean, I'm wondering what you say.
Man, I love this sport. I love how it was. Um, I love the this challenge system. I love it.
Ah,
Right
okay.
now, in my
How
time.
was
Oh my
for
God, I
people
have.
who don't know, Andre? How was in your time when the ball was out or in, and you were? How do you guys deal with that?
Oh my God, you don't have enough time for me to tell you stories. I was a good guy outside the court, but inside the court, I was getting crazy a lot of times. So.
Why?
Um,
What happened? Should have happened for you to be crazy on the court?
Uh,
What made
uh,
you? What made you
well,
angry?
bad calls would make me crazy. Well, one of the worst call, I had it in U.S. Open the first year they put those little machine computer to put the score on. They had the first time. They had it computerized. Like to keep the score. And I remember I was playing Francisco Clavet. I remember like yesterday, and the guy was. I hated to play Francisco. Pato. I hated to play him, and
But
he
why?
was a fox. He was a fox. No, I don't know. He was never miss a ball. Was unbelievable fighter, and I don't know. He had the game that I really didn't like. But I was playing on hard court. On clay, I was hating him more. On hard court, I had a better chance, and I remember it was set all, and I don't know. I think it was 3-all, or maybe he was a breakup. But I was serving, and instead of saying 40-15 for me, the other guy, I think he said 15-40, or 30-all. I don't remember
Who
exactly.
who said that? The referee, the chair
The
umpire?
umpire, the chair umpire, and
Oh,
it was a new umpire. I never seen him before. Hopefully he's not watching right now. If he's watching, I will say, okay, he's long, sorry, but and I went nuts. We were playing court 14, 15. I don't know. So back there, we didn't have that many spectators, but I asked the spectators, I count the points, please, 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 please. And I wanted that game. It was an important game, I remember. and I
But
think Francisco.
you won, or you
I
lost the game?
lost, I lost, I lost. But the story is that Francisco also turned his back. You know, he didn't. I was saying, Pato, please, and for him it was so important that match too. How I said we
Ah,
were playing. You know, I think first round was $10,000, and was first round US Open. $10,000 minus 30% the taxes, you know, in United
yeah.
States, and was also money very important. And I just end up shaking the chair, you know. I was breaking the racket. I was ready, you know, to jump on the umpire's throat. The supervisor came. I got a fine for $5,000, you know,
Oh,
and I lost the match too, you know. So
oh.
yeah, so
Well,
stories like that. But you know, I was good good story, laughing about that now, you know. In that
yeah.
time I was not laughing about it.
Yeah, but this is how life is made, right? For good stories and bad stories.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly.
Also, I forgot to mention, I interviewed 2 years ago Virginia Rucci.
Ruzic.
Rucci. How do you pronounce?
Ruzic.
Rucci.
Exactly, there you go. Bueno.
Virginia or Virginia?
No, Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia Ruzic.
She was so nice. She played, won the French Open in 1978, and then got to the finals with Chris Evert. Oh, well, she was really, really nice to me as well. So
Very
you
nice
mentioned,
lady.
how is Romanian tennis now? What is the status of Romanian tennis nowadays?
Well, the ladies they're still doing very good, you know. Even if Simona, you know, we don't have a top 20 players in ladies, but we have top 50 players, and we have you know, like I think between 50 and 200, I think there are like 8 girls, you know. And it's a couple of them, they are young and they play really good. I think we're gonna see them in the soon, in, you know, in the top 20, I hope. Ladies, we're doing very good. Men's, we don't do that good.
Why?
Men's, that's a question that I get. I swear to you, in the last 20 years I got that question
Oh,
so many times, so many times. And I think they're not professional enough. You know, they got it
mm,
too easy right now, and that's one thing. And I think we are missing a hero. You know, we are missing somebody to look up for. We I think the last guy in singles that was top 100 was Marius Kopil, that I used to, very good serve, very big serve. He's actually in Washington. I saw right now. He's coaching. Um, and I coach Marius Kopil as well, and afterwards, you know, somehow we didn't had any more, you know, to look up to them, you know.
somebody says
And
everybody wants to play football in Romania.
no,
Somebody
no, no,
did.
no.
Ah,
Tennis is tennis. There are a lot of kids playing tennis,
ah.
a lot of talents, but in nowadays the juniors that I coach, I went to Australian Open Junior with one guy that I used to
Ah.
coach. I don't coach him right now. And I went to Australian Open with him. He's top 50 juniors, very very potential, big serve, very good player, and with a couple of two other juniors. And I I think they kind of, you know. They wanted to become good players, but they don't want to have the right discipline and be focused, you know,
Mm.
for the tennis. You know, you have to right now is you have to train very very hard and be very connected to what you do, you know, and have a lot of passion and live for the passion, you know. And that doesn't mean that you cannot have also fun, because nobody, you know, not everybody is, you know, like how I say, like Djokovic,
Mm.
or how I see Rune, for example, or somebody's like Carlos Alcaraz. You see him going out a little bit, quite a little bit, like so he enjoys the private life as well. But you have to be very connected in what you do in everyday basis. If you work for 2 hours in the court, you gotta be there with all your heart and your mind. And a lot of times I kind of don't see that, in the kids. They have too many things on their mind, either it's school or phone or
Yeah.
girlfriend or just going out with the boys, and it's nothing bad with that. They sometimes they need a little bit longer to mature, or really to find out, man, I really want to play tennis, and be committed. That's a lot of times the problem.
Andre, we have 14 more minutes. It's incredible how fast the time is going because the Instagram stops the video at the time, at the hour.
Okay.
Something you didn't like from the tour, from the tennis for professional life, that
Uh,
you didn't enjoy, something or anything?
yes. To tell you the truth, my first period, my coming up on the tour. That was for me very, very rough. I didn't really enjoy it. I was very young. I had to leave home to move from Romania to Germany because my parents didn't have financial support. I had a sponsor there, and I did play very good in juniors. I won the junior championship. I played against Thomas Enquist, if you remember,
Yeah.
very good player. And I won the French Open juniors. I played semifinal in Wimbledon. I was ranked 400 in the world with 16. But I was very young, and I had also, I was unlucky to have two major injuries with 17 and 19, and it was very hard for me the first period. After that, when I break to the top 100, when I actually went through the challengers, and I was getting close to the top 100. Oh, I started enjoying so much. I loved it. I loved it. I loved, I loved all the tournaments. I had my favorite tournaments, but I love to travel and to compete, and the hotel life, and all this kind of stuff, especially when you start to play better and better. I loved it. I loved it. I love to play Davis Cup a lot. I love to come back. I never changed my nationality, even if I was living in Germany most of my life. Um, I never changed my nationality, and I played, I think, over 30 or 40 ties. I played. I love to play Davis Cup, and
And you
uh,
play for Olympics, right?
I actually went to
Five.
five
Wow.
Olympics, and as a coach, I got a medal with Horia Tecau and Florin Merja in Rio.
Nice.
Yeah, they lost to Rafa Nadal and Lopez, like unbelievable
Oh,
match. Yeah,
nice.
but yeah, I went to five Olympic Games. Yes.
So you have to like, aside of playing well, the lifestyle, right? To play professional tennis, Andre, you have to enjoy traveling, hotels, countries, food, culture, languages, weather. Wow, so many changes, surfaces, tennis balls. Wow, it's
Yes.
unique sport, right?
It's very unique sport, and also, I enjoy what I enjoy the most, especially my second part of my career, was because you make friends everywhere you go. So I had so many friends, and I give my love to all of them, because I love to have a homemade meal. I
Ah.
even now I love cooking. So every time, I made all those friends around the world. So the first time I was getting to a country and I had good friends there, I would say, like, I come to your place. Get ready to cook. So it was very good. It was good times.
Andre, training, what changes we see in the trainings now when you train a player compared with the way you used to train? Or you do the same that you have done when you were training?
No, no, it's not the same. It's different. And I mean, you're an amazing coach, and you know that every single player is different. You cannot train the same way, you know. You can try to the basics is kind of the same, but right now I think especially like younger kids, another going back a little bit, what is missing. I think a lot of the juniors, they play too many tournaments, and they forget to, they want the results, and the parents, they make a lot of big mistakes, because big mistakes because they, it costs a lot of money, to pay for a 14, 15, 16 year old kid, so when they pay a lot of money like that, they want results as well, and in this combination they forget to work on the level. We used to play, I remember with 14, 15, maybe I played maybe maximum of 10 tournaments a year, but we worked so much on forehand, on backhand, on serve, on volleys, on drop shot, on slice, on playing points home with the other kids, playing, thousands of sets, and competing in the team tournaments. Right now it's everything, is I see a lot of parents taking their kids to the tournaments and playing like 20, 30 tournaments a year with, and they are like 15 years old, and they have results. The kids, they have results because, some kids, they grow faster, some
Yeah.
kids, they're a little bit smarter, some kids, they develop one or two good shots better than the other kids, and they have results. But once you go to the professional, then everything comes back as a boomerang, because you need to go through that futures right now, and challenger. It's so difficult right now. If you don't have the level for it, then it comes the disappointment, for the kids. They go through the futures and cost even more money, and they come no results, and they lose, against all the players that they still around. Right now, there are so many like 27, 28 year old keep playing the futures. So yeah, so I think it's very important for the kids to and for the coaches to watch the level of the
The
players.
technique, work in technique, right, Andre?
Exactly,
Yeah,
develop, like, all the shots that they need,
exactly.
all the shots that they need to fight with them. It's like, yeah. And then the mental strength, and a lot of times, the mental strength right now, so many, my kid is 14, he needs a shrink, tennis
Yeah.
psychiatrist.
Do you
For
have
me,
do you have a
that's
sports psychologist?
no, I think that's the coach job. I think that's the coach job. Later on, when you become a professional, and you want to get another edge, or then you can get a better conditional coach, better physio. You gotta find, a mental strength coach. I think later on, yes, but you, as a kid, you have to develop, and the coach has to be your mentor to teach you that, to teach how you compete. Not somebody that doesn't work with him. He just works on the side, and okay, gives you a couple of tips and this and that. And I think you have to. The coach is your mentor. When you're that young.
Last question, Pavel. We can talk for hours, but it's late there, and also, as I said before, in 6 minutes, Instagram is cutting the. Talking about the mental, what advice you will give to junior players who struggle with performing well? They practice well, but they can't compete. They can't put into the match the same way because they choke, they panic. What advice? How can they handle emotions better on the court?
I think first and most important is, the parents has to be supportive. To be the parents. be parents first. I think that's for me working with the juniors. The parents have to be, you know, to be there for the kids, but don't talk about tennis. You know, let the, you know, let him lose, let him find out. Um, the road, you know. And for the players is simple, is keep playing points, keep
Points.
playing keep playing points in practice as much as you can in practice. And then depending again of of the juniors, you know, of the age, of the of their, you know, age, you know, like if they're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, um I think is they have to find themselves, and they have to. It's easy to say keep believe or all this kind
Yeah.
of, you know, stuff. It's easy to say, but it's not. It's just they have to realize it themselves. You know, they have to you know, keep exercising. You know, the stuff that they're not doing that good. You know, and they have to have people, you know, behind them to give them the, you know, the comfort zone to failure, you know. So to comfort them, otherwise, you know, it's tough, it's tough. Of course there are different kids, different personalities, and different mentalities from all over the world. If you go, you know, like in Eastern Europe before was
Mm.
like, you know, boom, 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 boom. You know, either you make it or not make it. Like South America as well. You know, it's yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a magic pill right there. So I think the people behind them, they have to believe in him more than he does, because a lot of times it's tough for a tennis player. If you don't have success, it's very, very difficult.
Very last one, Andrei, and I let you go. And thank you once again. Thank you so much. It was amazing time, and I hope you feel good. You feel relaxed.
No, unbelievable, very much. Yeah, I
Thank you,
enjoy it
Andrei.
too.
I hopefully one day we can meet in person. And
There you go.
you cook something for me.
I definitely can cook a nice. No, I love meat. I love
Okay.
meat.
Oh, meat. Okay. The
Yeah.
best couple quick question. The best player from South America that you ever seen.
For me, the most talented guy South America had is Davin Albanian. That guy, for me, was impressive, because sometimes I had the feeling he never practiced and comes and hits the ball so clean. Yeah,
The
for
best
me especially.
perfect. The best player that you ever played against. The
Well,
best.
that's definitely Rog.
Roche.
I played him 7 times, I think. 7 times. I beat him the first time, and then I supposed to beat him a couple more times, but I choked. I tell you the truth, I choked.
You
But
chose. Yeah.
yeah, but this guy was yeah, the best
Quick.
player.
1 minute. In 1 minute. Excellent. Triggers this question. How you can overcome choking during a match? Quick. Advice to junior players and adults also with choke and matches.
Oh, just practice the short memory. Just short memory. That's short memory. Just forget the good points. Forget the bad points. Try to
Perfect.
forget. Try to breathe as good as you can, and try to play against the opponent. You know, try to look to find solution against the opponent. Don't think about yourself. Don't think zero. Try to don't think zero. Try to go with the flow, and try to uh, think about where next, you know.
Perfect. Andrew, thank you so much. The interview is going to be in my YouTube channel also soon. And
Muchas
it's a
gracias.
tremendous pleasure. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andre. Bye, everybody.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much, Andre. See you. See you next time.